Is anybody ready for the greatest predictions ever? How are you all doing? My name is Dominic, of course, from GrappleNation. It's predictions time once again, this time for BackLash 2020. Now, I'm not going to sit here and fake it. I am not looking forward to this show. The only thing I'm looking forward to, in fact, is the actual live stream of the reactions, which, by the way, that is going to be happening when the show goes on the air. Okay, we're going to be there live streaming our reactions to it, hopefully having a blast interacting with all of you lovely folk. However, when it comes to the actual cards and the actual matches and stuff, I'm not really looking forward to, like, any of it. There's, like, maybe 1-2 matches that could be interesting, but other than that, I don't care. I don't care. So let's get into it. The first matchup, of course, is going to be for the United States Championship. We've got Apollo Cruz taking on Andrade Cien. I think that this is going to signify the start of like a back and forth series between the two men. I think that it is going to be a bit hot potato-y with the United States Championship, just because, I don't know, I think Andrade is really cool, and I don't really see them doing too much with Apollo Cruz. They've never really done anything with Apollo Cruz. So I don't think he's gonna, like, you know, I don't think it's gonna be a very long run for him anyways. So I think that they're gonna kind of hot potato back and forth until Andrade eventually wins this whole series as the United States champion going into the next pay-per-view, or even at the next pay-per-view. So yeah, I think Andrade is going to win. Next up, it's for the women's tag team titles. It's a triple threat tag team match. We got Bayley and Sasha Banks taking on Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross taking on the Iconics. So basically, all of the teams in the women's division colliding in this one. Bayley and Sasha Banks, I don't think that their feud is going to start anytime soon. They're going to hold the titles for a little bit longer. Also, they just won it like a few weeks ago. So I think that Bayley and Banks are going to retain, and then they're going to kind of hold the belts for a little bit going into, I don't know, maybe Survivor Series, and then that's when Sasha Banks will do the heel turn, or Bayley will do the turn on Banks. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, though, I think Bayley and Banks are going to retain because they're the only female tag team that they could possibly give a shit about. And that's not knocking any of the talent in Bliss and Cross or the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, but clearly they don't give a shit about these titles. Hopefully Bayley and Sasha Banks can somehow make these titles matter. Also, there's going to be the NXT matchup that you got to think about, where whoever wins this will go on to fight on NXT, and it's going to be for the championship. So I think Bayley and Sasha Banks just make a lot of sense to go to NXT and do something there. Following that, it's Jeff Hardy taking on Sheamus after the whole controversial kind of story. And I mean, I don't know if you care about my opinion on it, but I think that it's not necessarily a bad idea. Obviously, you would have to have Jeff Hardy's blessing for that kind of story. But if Jeff, you know, he comes up with this kind of story, this kind of idea to play off of his own history, then sure, I think it's fine. But I think Jeff Hardy, either way, though, is going to lose this matchup. I think Sheamus is going to win because I think they're going to start kind of telling the story of Jeff Hardy slowly unraveling. Following that, they are straight up stealing from my universe mode. Okay, I have booked this story already for years now. Asuka taking on Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. And I believe that Asuka's going to win this. There's no way Asuka's losing the title. She just won the title, and she, like, won it after being literally handed the title by Becky Lynch after she announced her pregnancy. Congratulations. But I think that Asuka is going to retain this. In fact, if I'm gonna be honest, I would not mind seeing Asuka hold that title for like a year plus, and then when Becky returns, that's when that story happens. Okay, just rebuild Asuka as this absolutely dominating presence. I know that, you know, I'm trying so hard. I'm hoping so hard for this, but I really need Asuka. I need my NXT Asuka. I just need her. I just need her back. Okay, no more goddamn face paint. None of that shit. I just need super dominating Asuka. Either way, though, I think Asuka's gonna win. I got a little sidetracked there. Next up, 2-on-1 handicap match for the Universal Championship. Braun Strowman taking on The Miz and Morrison. I don't care. Braun Strowman. Don't care. Following that is Drew McIntyre taking on Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, I mean, I care a little bit because I like Bobby Lashley, but, like, there's no way he's losing. So maybe they'll put on some sort of a really good fight. I don't know. But Drew. Following that, we got the main event of the evening, the single greatest match in sports entertainment history. Okay, when you think about the best professional wrestling combative matchup ever, you will, following BackLash, think about Edge versus Randy Orton. Who the hell gives a shit about Kenny Omega? Who cares about Okada? We've got Edge taking on Randy Orton. There's no way this is gonna be a real match, right? Come on. I just want Randy Orton to immediately kick Edge in the balls. Like, it's what should happen. It's what needs to happen. You cannot have a match that's actually the greatest match ever, like, as its tagline. You just can't do that and expect to actually put that on. It's so ridiculous. But I think Randy Orton is going to lose this one via DQ, I might add. So I think Edge is going to win via DQ. Because, of course, they'll do that. Because this is a pay-per-view. And you don't get typical finishers on pay-per-views. Okay, that's where the non-finish market truly is. When people have to pay for your shows. That's where we want to see the DQs. That's where we want to see the countouts. That's where we want to see the roll-ups. What do you think this is? My universe mode? But yeah, I think Edge is going... I think Edge is going to win this via DQ. If not, he's going to win it by actually beating Randy Orton in not the greatest match of all time. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this predictions video here, okay, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember to stop by during the live reactions. Hopefully we can make the show interesting, or at least a fun experience for all of us. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this predictions. If you got any other thing to say, are you excited for the show? Are you actually excited for the greatest match of all the history of times? I don't know. I don't know how this can be the greatest match of all time. It doesn't have the best wrestler in the world, Shane McMahon. Oh, WWE sucks. Anyways, yeah, that's the end of the predictions video. I'm doing a good job at this YouTube thing. Whatever. Bye.